Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Indie Social. This is the podcast where I, Dylan Yeager,
and Michael Huntington
interview independent filmmakers. Our guests come to the show to share with you, the audience, how they started in their filmmaking career, and maybe, just maybe, we get to learn a little bit more about them on a deeper and more personal level. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode of Indie Social.
Welcome to the show. Indie Social. I know you'll love our guest today, 'cause what we've got for sure will amaze. So take this time and put your stress aside and come with us. Don't be shy, just take a seat and enjoy the ride. Oh, we are Indie Social, yeah.
And our guest today is a director, writer, editor, and cinematographer. You know him from his film Waste of Time, which stars Amanda Bean, and his YouTube audiobook series, The Dark Journey. This man is also, you know what, a pretty good YouTuber. I mean, we'll get to that. Oh boy, he makes some pretty raunchy stuff, but that's okay. My dear friend, Michael Gordon. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, hey.
Hello, Michael. I'm also Michael.
Yes.
We got two Michaels. We just
Needs
need
to
another
be
Dylan.
a podcast of Michaels.
Michael and Michael.
Michael, and Michael in the morning.
There we go. Just have a whole full round table of all Michaels. That'd be fucking awesome.
And where we all talk all at once.
Oh, God. Anyway, man, how you doing?
Not too bad. Yeah.
Thanks for coming by, stopping at our glorious studio at Cole Library. That's what it's called, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
it's the Cole
Yeah.
Library. And this is another episode where we got put in a different room next to the public restroom. So if you hear
respect.
any toilets in the background, we apologize. We are, you know what, if we get some more subscribers, followers, listeners, we could finally afford our glorious studio. You know, I mean, that's what we got them sponsors for, or the sponsors. So guys, come on, keep listening. We have a pretty good following, but yeah, and you know, we love you guys.
You know, before I actually came in, I went to the bathroom and I could hear you guys from the bathroom.
Oh, really?
Anyone who's in the
Is
bathroom,
getting an
enjoy the
audio.
show.
Wow, man. They get a sneak preview of everyone.
So Michael, Gordon.
Yes.
Yes?
So I'm trying to think back on how we met exactly.
That's not even coming to my mind.
I'm trying to think. Okay, so
Well, so real quick.
Okay. I think maybe I have it. So I was doing a film. It was a doll horror film thing. And and then I came to your house because I was looking to find locations and stuff for
that's
it.
right.
And
You
I think
came to my
that's
house.
Yeah, I think that's how we met. The first time I
You
met,
really
I
just got to
just
list
went to your
your
house.
places of location, man. How many films are going to be filmed
What's that
there?
thing called? Airbnb? Or,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just need to start doing that.
Just
man.
do it,
Start
man.
charging
That's
people
film
to film at
location.
my. So many movies have been made
Yeah.
in my house.
Yeah.
You know, and Michael Gordon, you
You
came
can-
across as a very intimidating person at first when I first met you, dude.
Oh,
I mean,
really?
You have this long hair and a long grizzly beard,
Ah, yes.
and you showed up in a trench coat, and you're like, "Hi,
gonna murder
I'm
you."
Michael Gordon. How you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, hey, okay, hey, hi, yeah, I'm doing great. You can come in here and look at the house. I have kids.
Hide the kids, hide the wife, and
Please
hide your husband.
don't kill us." But dude, you're so nice and really funny. And we worked on that audiobook together.
Oh, yeah.
And
yes.
yeah, we shared a lot of laughs, dude.
Mhm.
You're a fun company. You're always welcome at our house, dude.
Oh.
Yeah, man, I didn't even know you guys knew each other. When we showed up to watch a sneak preview of The Z Mind, I was like, whoa, you know Michael Gordon?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Surprise.
I was very surprised. I did not expect you to be there at all, man. Yeah, dude, so let's start off with what inspired you to make your YouTube content and be a filmmaker, man? Did it start at a young age?
I mean,
Okay, I'm gonna just stop everything here.
Oh,
Can
okay.
you please stop clicking that pen? We're picking everything up there.
Oh,
He
dude,
is so
Dylan's
nervous
about to
right
kill
now,
him.
man. We're all friends here. We've known each other for over a
Sorry.
year, and you're just
I didn't even catch
clickety,
that,
clickety,
dude. You don't even have
click.
headphones. I do, and I wasn't even paying attention. Good catch.
Was it picking it up?
Yeah, I bet it was just so beautiful. He's ruined the
It
beautiful
wasn't,
rhythm.
dude. It was like
Good
angels
call.
were hugging. It was beautiful. But okay, sorry. Where were we?
Where Homeboy started his journey into the filmmaking world.
I don't really know. Like, I started shooting some stuff in middle school, and just with some friends, and
Was
just,
it like skits, or was
yeah,
it like?
no, it was like comedy skits. It was
Yeah,
just,
man. So I started off the same way, kind of, where me and my middle school friends would make stupid skits. We used to have this one notorious one called Bonerific, where this dude woke up with a huge boner, which was a Pringle can, and he would just go around knocking shit off with his big dick. So I feel you with the little weird skits.
Oh yeah.
So when we start season 2, we're gonna start. You can watch it
With video.
with video on YouTube. Is something we're starting. I think it would be hilarious if we bring Michael Gordon back and we have it on the TV. Our very first YouTube skits, because I started the same way. I had this YouTube series called
Is it
Ghost.
yeah.
It's still there. Ghost Hunting Survivalist.
Mine's not alive anymore, so I can't find it.
We'll have to just redo it.
It was, you're right. It was on a website called
I got a Pringle
break.com.
can.
Do you know what break.com is?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, it used to be like what YouTube was, but it was more for like prank videos and stuff, or it was for like meme content before meme was even a thing. But I don't think that website is around anymore, so I can't find Bonerific, man. It's just in my memory.
Do you still have any kind of silly things you
No, man.
hope people don't see on YouTube?
No, dude, I think it's all gone, thankfully.
We
I used to have another show called Random Shit TV, which was like Jackass, where we'd hurt ourselves on purpose. Did you guys ever go through that phase where like
oh,
you were
definitely.
super
Never
inspired?
on camera, but
Oh, dude, we did so much stupid shit on camera. Like Anthony, you know Anthony,
Yeah.
right? He took a firecracker, like one of the small M80s, and blew it up in his hand.
Oh my god.
He walked away fine, but still, Jackass inspired me. Did it inspire you, Michael?
Not at all.
No? Okay.
I mean, like, I had a prank phase, but never like a I'm gonna fucking hurt myself phase.
hurt myself, and I'm gonna film my friends hurt themselves.
so I'm gonna kind of put you on blast here real quick. I was watching some of your YouTube videos and I found some really old stuff.
Oh shit.
You had no facial hair, super short hair, and it was you and your friend. It was like a boxing class.
Oh, that's a really old one.
That's the type of stuff I want to show. I want him to come back, and I can show the Ghost Hunting Survivalist on YouTube, and you can show your YouTube videos. He has one called "Coming Out Pansexual."
I watched that one.
Oh, did you?
I watched that one. So how do you film those? Do you just is it all green screen? Well, obviously.
Yeah, I'd film myself, or I'd have somebody else film it for me, and I'd just be.
Did you ever find it
behind the camera.
hard to like be a character in front of people, or have like this acting comedic kind of just been natural to you?
Oh, I for sure found it really difficult.
Oh, dude,
so-
I bet, man. Like I find it hard just like talking to people on a microphone in front of people. I could never ever
yeah.
act.
I for sure prefer to be behind camera
Yeah,
and
I
stuff.
feel you, man. I feel you.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's ever met the real Dylan. I'm always acting.
It's true. This is only opportunity unless you're acting now.
Maybe I am.
What's your real name, Dylan?
So next question.
My name's Billy Dean.
So I want to talk about your audiobook series, The Dark Journey.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So how did you how did this come to your mind? Like when you started writing this, like what inspired you?
Again, middle school.
Middle school.
Me and a friend had just written a bunch of stories, and I thought one day it would be cool to make it into something. But
Did you
of
ever-
course, I didn't have like the budget to make it into like a film or anything.
Right.
So that's
So did you know what an audio drama was before doing it, or?
yeah.
Okay.
I had listened to other ones previously.
So I always used to want to do audiobooks as well. It's just so much sound design goes into that shit. So
Oh,
like
for
it
sure.
really just deters me from even
It's beautiful.
trying.
Have you listened to
Yeah,
it?
yeah, I have. I listened to.
You have a buddy that does that, right?
Yeah, I got a lot of people that are helping with it. It's a pretty big process.
Is that kind of like your biggest project right now? Would be that?
Yeah, for sure.
Is it ongoing or have you finished it?
No, I still have 2 more to do. It's not like huge, but I'd say like maybe about 10 people or so are involved in that. So
How did you? Because obviously you didn't know Amanda or Dylan getting into this. How did you kind of like meet these guys along the way? Was it through Iowa Film or?
before I was hiring people through Craigslist and just doing auditions that way.
God, was that scary?
Oh, that was wasn't really scary. It was just more of like, I was like, does anyone have talent?
Well, that and like, does anyone use Craigslist? Did you get people?
I did for a while until I found the actual Iowa place. Like
Okay.
I got a few like really good ones off Craigslist that were really good.
Are you still in contact with them today?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay,
but
cool.
For the most part, now I mainly use the Iowa
film.
actors page. So.
Sweet.
Yeah. How did you meet Amanda Bean?
That one was through the Iowa actors page too. She,
You guys have worked together a lot.
yeah, she
on
had
a lot of projects.
She had auditioned for my audio drama, showed up, and then we did it. And then she told me about her project, White Flash, in which we discussed that I would edit that for her. And then from there on, we just kind of started working on a whole bunch of projects.
So with editing, what was your first program you kind of started off with editing? Mine was Windows Movie Maker.
Yeah, okay. I don't think that was my first. It was, I want to say it was called VideoPad.
Whoa, VideoPad, dude. I remember that.
Oh, yeah?
I remember having to download it, but it was always so sketchy because they would always try to get you to install other shit
Yes.
as well as VideoPad.
Yeah.
And it was like the first multi-track editor I ever messed with. I didn't really understand it at the time, but fuck VideoPad because I got a virus from that shit.
No way.
I did, man.
Oh,
I don't know if I probably downloaded it from not the real website because I was a
Yeah.
stupid kid who didn't know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Speaking of viruses, do you guys remember
Whoa.
Livewire?
Oh my god,
Where you
yeah,
could,
where
like,
you could
download
illegally
music on-
download music.
Yeah, that shit destroyed my first laptop.
Wow, dude, I do remember that.
I used to
man.
always like go on there and put stuff on my little MP3 player before like
Yeah.
the iPads or iPods came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck
LimeWire. Yeah.
LimeWire.
I don't think that's around anymore. And before iPods were popular, do you remember the Zunes?
I've heard of a Zune. I don't think
Yeah.
I was rich enough to get a Zune.
Yeah. Well, neither was I. I had a friend that had one, and I was just so amazed by it. I was like, "Whoa, what the fuck?"
Okay, so now we're kind of going down that memory lane here. Do you guys remember that phone that was like a switchblade? It would like switch out.
Like a Crazer, I think it was
Oh my
called,
gosh,
right?
that
That
was
was
the-
so popular
Okay,
in
that
school.
one, that one I never saw.
Really?
Yeah.
It was. I don't understand the point
Somebody's
of it, dude,
like,
'cause
you
it
never
was-
know if you're gonna get jumped or somebody's just trying to make a phone call.
Yeah, I
And
just
they
thought
were
it was
so thin. Like
I don't
the
know how you would
screen-
text
oh
on
my-
him. Yeah, man, I love nostalgia talk. So you went from VideoPad. How long did you use that for?
I honestly still use
You
it.
still use
But
it?
it's not my main one, but
Okay.
I still do use it for certain things.
Wow. No viruses.
No,
No
no.
viruses.
You see,
I would like to see it now
you know,
because I haven't
downloaded it legitimately.
Right, that's true. I'd like to see what they did to it now because it's still
Okay.
free, right?
No, now it costs money.
Oh,
it's like
see,
60
I thought
bucks
it was
or something.
free at one point when it first was out, but maybe that's the
It
virus.
might have been.
They had the audio program with VideoPad as well. Do you know what that's called? It would like bundle with it or some shit.
Yeah. I had it, but I don't remember what it
So
was called.
what do you use now other than
now I
VideoPad?
use Premiere Pro, and I'm learning After Effects, but don't know it
Yeah,
as
After
well
Effects
yet.
is tough. What do you use VideoPad for now then? If you have Premiere.
Okay, I use Premiere for like mainly when I'm doing video, but I still use VideoPad for the audio drama stuff because it's just much easier to basically manipulate sounds and how loud I want them to be and how quiet I want them to be and where I want them to
A
be.
cool program to get into would be Adobe Audition. That's
Yeah.
that's another like a super advanced program. Have you ever heard of Camtasia?
Mm-mm.
That was my next step up from VideoPad.
Hmm.
Fuck that thing too. I got another virus.
You brought up a White Flash, and I remember like the steps to meeting you. So I auditioned for White Flash, and then the whole time it was just a one-day shoot with Amanda Bean. But she kept telling me, "Oh, you got to meet my friend Michael Gordon. He's one of the coolest, most creative guys. He's making this really cool movie about these dolls, and you should audition. You should audition." I think that's when I added you on Facebook and hit you up. Or no, you hit me up.
Okay.
I think Amanda told you to hit me up, and you asked
One of
me
those.
if I wanted to audition, and you came to my house. No, you okay? you hit me up. You're like, hey, I heard you have a creepy house. Can I come look at it?
Wow.
And you can audition too. So yeah, I auditioned at my house with you, and we were in my basement.
So this,
Wow, dude,
so,
that was very unsafe of you to do.
so the meeting story was, I hit you up, said, "Hey, you have a creepy house."
I'm pretty sure I
showed
could
up
find
in a
that
trench
message.
coat and said, "Let's go to your basement."
You know what? While we're talking, I'm going to scroll through our messenger. 'Cause I don't think I've ever deleted it, man. I will just tell you exactly what our first message was. Michael,
roll, please.
Huntington, continue.
Oh, yes. Michael Gordon.
Give me a second here.
So what was your, or what do you plan on doing for like future YouTube videos? Do you like continue to do YouTube content? Or are you trying to more focus on doing more of like film-based stuff? Not to say your YouTube stuff isn't film-based
Right,
stuff,
right,
but
right.
you know, take it more.
I kind of have it separated into 3 categories.
Sure.
One is my like comedy sketch stuff. Another one is my film and audio dramas, which I will be ending my audio drama soon and moving more into like motion comics and animation.
Oh, sweet. Like comic dubs. Those are like something that I know.
kind of
of.
like that, yeah. And then the third one was a gaming channel. It kind of is being rebooted as something completely different. I'm not sure what that one is going to be yet, but yeah.
So you're just staying busy making stuff.
Oh, for sure.
Sweet.
I found it.
You found it.
Okay, so I made it sound a little cooler. It's still cool, though. Yeah, it was on August 22nd, 2018 at 3 p.m. Hey, I heard you have a home out in the country. I'm working on a film. Was curious if I could see your house and use it. I also wondered if you wanted to be a part of the film. The script is not done yet, but I'm shooting a promo soon. It's a horror film about a guy who kidnaps people and turns them into dolls. And then we became best friends after that.
Yeah.
That's immediately. That was like, that's probably like right up Dylan's alley at the time, man. 'Cause was that also, we would have been done with No Reply at the time, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, no reply. Its trailer came out like almost the same day my promo came out.
Whoa. I remember your promo, yeah.
Yeah.
So whatever happened to that doll film? You just kind of lose inspiration on it, or?
Basically, I just had a lot of like shit going on in my
Personal
life
stuff?
that I needed to take care of before I get back into it, and then I just kind of dropped it. So
do you think you're going to pick it back up at some point, or is it just
It's
something?
a cool concept.
Yeah, it's a cool idea.
And I think you've met a lot of people along the way since then that could help make this happen, dude.
oh, for sure. Yeah, I might pick it back up. I'm not for sure yet. I'll probably bounce around and do a few more smaller ones before I get into that. So
Was that supposed to be like a feature?
no, it was gonna be like 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Half a feature.
Yeah.
Almost there. We're getting there. So talk about a little bit about A Waste of Time, because it's a really cool story. Is that sort of personal to you when you wrote it? Are you the writer for that as well?
Yeah, I was the writer for that. Yeah. Basically, I had a friend of mine who died, and
Sorry to hear that, man.
while I was at the funeral, I just kind of thought a lot about the concept of waste of time, basically, which is just like,
And essentially, real quick, if people haven't watched it, what would you say Waste of Time is, to give it like a short summary?
It's about a person who works a lot, and that's their whole life. They just work and then they die, and that's it. So they need to decide.
Figure a way to break that cycle, right?
Right.
To
right.
overcome kind of like this day-to-day life that I think a lot of people struggle with, where they kind of rely a lot more on comfortability than trying to pursue what they want to do. So they kind of, do the 9 to 5 every day for a long time.
Well, even if
Right.
like they're okay with their job, they people. It doesn't necessarily mean go out and chase your dreams. I think everybody should, of course. But if somebody just doesn't have that same dream as all of us do here, doesn't mean you can't go out and live your life. Oh, I can't do this. I work tomorrow. Oh, I could go on vacation, but do I really need to waste money? Live your life. You got one life. The whole waste of time thing. Especially with family too.
Right.
Yeah, you have family who lives like an hour or two away. Go visit them over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And that's me talking about myself personally. My mom and dad. live 2 hours away, and it's really unfortunate because they're first-time grandparents. They don't get to see, their first grandchild very often because of the distance.
Right.
I could make more time to go down there and see them, honestly, and they should.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Right.
as the creator you are, do you kind of enjoy what do you most enjoy? Do you enjoy doing the comedy sketches more, or do you like doing more serious drama content?
I don't think there's anyone I like more. I like them for different reasons.
Sure.
Like, I like the comedy because I like to make people happy or laugh, but then I like the drama stuff mainly just because I feel like it's shit that needs to be talked about.
Definitely.
And
How long does it take for you to create a sketch like that? Is it pretty just like you just write the script that day and you're like, all right, film it, let's go?
I'd say I write the script. It probably takes about an hour, and then it depends on what it is I'm doing. Some of them took like maybe 8 hours. Some of them took like maybe an hour or two, and then of course there's the editing. So I'd say I can put them out in about a day.
So has YouTube always been like your main entertainment, would you say? Because for me, it totally is. Like I use YouTube more than anything.
Oh, for sure. I don't even watch TV.
Watch TV, it's all YouTube. Do you have any content creator out there that kind of like inspires you to create the content you do?
The one that inspires me most isn't one that I make content like at all.
Sure.
But it's James Rolfe, the angry video game nerd.
Oh,
Oh,
yes,
Angry
yes.
Video Game Nerd, dude, that was my jam back in the day.
But yeah, just like the way he does things and how like he continuously pushes
Is
himself
he
to
the guy
keep
that does
getting
the
better.
video game sends, or is that
No,
different people?
that's somebody
Different
completely
people.
different.
Oh, okay.
Angry Video Game Nerd does a lot of like reviews on like classics, like
Yeah.
classic like
Video game.
Sega Genesis and
Yeah.
arcade games and
He mainly just plays old games and swears at them.
right. It's
Yeah.
pretty great. I remember like the Friday the 13th game that came out that I
Oh,
never knew
fuck yeah.
existed.
You didn't know that existed?
Yeah, dude, you just gotta watch it. It's like these graphics suck. Man, I
bullshit.
can't believe he's still doing stuff, dude.
Yeah. So
It's crazy how YouTube is now, though, compared to like when we were probably watching YouTube at the time. Like
Oh,
how
man.
strict they are on their policies, and I really feel like YouTube is kind of going down this route where it's scary to know like what it's going to be in a few years.
I just
because-
saw a post on Facebook how it's going to really like jeopardize a lot of people. Like they're going to start deleting channels that aren't making money, and
Well,
supposedly
something like that, and then like you also can't be monetized anymore. At least this is what I
Yeah.
think. If like any children are featured, so like family vloggers, can't think of any to give an example right now, but I think a lot of them use YouTube as their career, and with this new policy coming in, they're going to lose a lot of money. Obviously, they still have sponsors, but like to have monetization. God, I can say that word. Monetization? That's the word.
that's it.
To have that is huge, I think, for a creator. And then like if you want to get monetized, you can't curse anymore. You can't.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Can't do anything, man. They're
None
really
of
censoring.
none of my content can be monetized.
Are you partnered?
No.
No.
There-
Yeah.
I mean, I was before the whole
New thing where you have to have
before-
like 10,000 views, 1,000 subscribers, or
Yep,
something
and
like
then- And
that.
now I'm not. And I didn't even make like a lot during that time. I made like it was like $7.23 or something like that.
So a secret fact. I guess it's not secret. I used to have a YouTube page that had 12,000 subscribers, I think, and I dubbed anime,
nice.
like Dragon Ball Z Super or Dragon
Okay.
Ball Super when it first came out. Do you watch Dragon Ball Super?
No.
Okay, well,
I know what it is.
so when Dragon Ball Super first came out, I used to like before it was ever an English dub, I did the English dub of Dragon Ball Super, and we blew up, man. Like our first episode had like over 1 million views. We couldn't get paid because it's not our content.
Right.
But yeah, man, I used to be a YouTuber almost. It was
Wow.
cool, dude. I don't know where this is going, but I just wanted to flex a little bit. Dylan, next question.
And why did you stop doing that?
Oh, it got my YouTube literally deleted my channel. Like they didn't even give me a warning. It just like I woke up the next day to publish a video. My whole page was gone. I couldn't fight it. I couldn't say like, hey, like I'm obviously not making money out of this. I'm just doing it for fun and to like have a fan base. And they just
Right.
completely removed it, man. And I had no chance to fight it.
Do you know what Dragon Ball Z Abridged is?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Team 4-Star.
Yeah, they got like
They
didn't-
went through
yeah,
some sort. Yeah, they didn't get their channel deleted, but they went through.
Yeah, they had like a bunch of shit get deleted,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah. So they feel the struggle.
Do you remember that specific moment when like you knew you wanted to be like an artistic like creator doing what you do? Like obviously this is what you want to do with your life. This is what you're doing. Do you remember that moment where like did you just have like a moment where you woke up?
It was more of like two moments.
Okay.
One of them had to do with we had to give a speech in this class, and I had decided I was going to try to do a stand-up routine for this speech, and it was supposed to be a building character speech, and I decided to end it with Kelly Clarkson's "What Doesn't Make You Stronger." And
did it have the whole class laughing?
Oh yeah, everybody was laughing.
That's awesome.
I had ripped my shirt off and was doing this dance, and
Jeez,
somehow I
that's
still
dope.
got an A. In
Wow,
this,
You got an A?
Yeah, I
saw
still
you're
got an
passionate
A.
about it, man. Like I've never seen a guy.
She
rip
was
off
just
his
like,
shirt.
"What the fuck?"
What is he doing?
So then I knew I wanted to do that, but then after I did some stand up for a little bit, and I just was so nervous on the stage and stuff. So
You
then
did stand up?
yeah, just for a little bit.
Wow, dude, that takes balls, man. I could never do that either. Stand
Yeah.
up in front of people and try to be funny?
Yeah.
Screw that.
And so then one time I made just like a couple comedy sketches online, and then people started like talking to me and telling me how great it was. And
Was
how
that while you were in school?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was in college at the time.
Did you ever struggle with like not wanting people to find out that you do YouTube and stuff like that? That was my big fear
Okay.
when I was younger. It's kind of like, dude, I don't want like this guy to know that I do YouTube, and this is another reason for them to like bully me or something like that.
Right.
Did you ever struggle with that?
Not so much with like people who were close to me. It was more of like people who were related to me.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, yeah.
Because you were making like not PG stuff,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Offensive stuff.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
So I think one of the ones that got the most response is me and a couple friends. We went inside Kirkwood's elevator with instruments, and we played live elevator music for people who would go in and out.
Is that online?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
You can find it on my comedy channel.
That's awesome, man. I gotta watch that. I don't know. I know you sent me a bunch of stuff. I didn't get the chance to look through it all, but I want to watch that video. Did you send me that?
No, I didn't send
Okay,
that
I'm
one
gonna check
to
that
you.
out.
Okay.
That sounds funny as hell.
That's actually we gotta do that again. That sounds great.
But yeah, so I had and people coming in and out, and then like I got like a pretty positive response from that, and people telling me it like made their day, and so that made me want to keep going.
Like, were you nervous at all performing that? Like, is it hard for you to prank people, or is it just like you become this character in a way where you have to follow through?
Oh, it's for sure nerve-wracking. I it's like I can't stand it, but I want to push through because I want the
it's gonna be a
content.
cool video.
Yes, exactly.
Definitely.
So the whole time I'm just jittery. But yeah.
Oh, that's great, bro. Man, we gotta do that live or YouTube video. I want people to see this,
Marathon stuff.
dude. We gotta do it.
Yeah, because like to me, your content comes off as like kind of like the classic YouTuber, where like a lot of people aren't really doing sketches anymore. Like there's people
for
out
sure.
there,
Right.
but I feel like your content is cool because it's like it's not what everyone else is doing now, where like people are like relying more on other stuff, and like YouTube isn't the place where you can do skits and stuff, and like it's cool that you're still doing that.
Yeah, I kind of came to terms with well, for a long time with my gaming channel, I was trying to do what people wanted me to do.
Mhm.
That's why there's kind of this big reboot thing going on with it. But I just kind of came to terms that I kind of want to do what I want to do, and if
Sure.
people
People
like
watch,
it,
they watch.
they watch, and if
That's
they don't,
cool.
they don't. So.
Don't try to do it for the clout, as cool
Yeah,
people say.
exactly.
I tried doing like the prank skits, and it
Really?
just ended up went horribly wrong.
Who did you try to
Well,
prank?
for one, we kind of ripped off Ed Bassmaster. Do you know who he
I
is?
love
I
it,
don't.
but-
I
Remember when
don't-
he-
I don't.
Oh.
You know how he like goes to Walmart and he's like a secret agent and he's trying to brainwash people?
Mhm.
Well, me and a buddy
What?
did that, and we got a shit ton of views and nothing but negative comments
no.
of ripping off Ed Bassmaster, and it just did not go smoothly. And I'm sure it doesn't for these other people who prank people, but I remember there was this kid at Walmart, and we were following this kid in Walmart, trying to convince him to
For the video
we
government.
were trying
for
to like
video.
teach him how to use this brainwashing device to get his mom to buy him toys. And we got this all on hidden camera, and then we got it also on hidden camera of this mother screaming at us for following her child. but we had
Is
to
it
go
public?
on
Do you
with-
still have it?
It's-
You gotta show me that,
if you
man.
can find it. But then we went up to this mother, and we were like lecturing this kid. It's like, okay, so use this device. Your mom's obviously very angry. Just push this button and she won't be angry anymore. Like, man, that was bad. We got escorted out of Walmart, and I tried. I loaded the shopping. We got to the checkout lane, and then I was like, held this device in this woman's face. It's like the lady, and it's like, we're gonna get all this stuff for free. Do we need to call security, sir? Like, nothing about it was funny. We were just like asking to go to jail.
Oh my god.
Wow.
And we got all nasty comments.
Oh man, I bet you pissed some people off, bro. Was it
That was
cringy when you think back on it?
Oh god, dude, I hate it.
Do you regret it? How old were you at the time?
I was in high school still.
You're in high
man.
school,
I was like
okay.
16. And yeah, same with my ghost hunting survivalist. There's it was a series, you know.
Yeah,
There's
you
probably
showed me
like
it,
4 or
man.
5 episodes.
I love it.
I hate half of it. There's a couple episodes that are pretty silly, but
I always had this dream prank to do, and I don't know if it's possible, where I would go to McDonald's and order a shit ton of food and then just leave. It's a mean fucking thing to do, obviously. I was
I
younger.
mean,
But I
that
just-
sounds possible, just pretty
Well,
douchey.
yeah, I know. I thought it would be hilarious at the time. Obviously, now it would be really
me and
bad.
a buddy used to always go to the drive-thru and say we would like to have a large number 2, large number 2. I'm gonna take a large number 2. Just annoy the hell.
Oh, it's a poop joke.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. For some reason I was thinking
We only
penis.
got one chuckle when we. Oh man, I remember going to the bar and just getting shit faced and then going to McDonald's. I had a buddy that worked at McDonald's, and I would go through the drive-thru like in reverse
Oh.
or on foot.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I had
and-
the cops called me a couple times. But
Yeah,
like, those
dude.
were like my best prank moments, and it wasn't on camera.
I worked at McDonald's,
Oh,
and I hated people like you. Because it happened more than what you would think. There was people out there like you, man. Pissed me off. Hated you.
maybe
I would
maybe
just
you
stand
maybe
it- I
you
would
met
Maybe
them
it was
once.
Dylan.
I
Yeah.
would stand at the pickup window just eating my food, talking to them. So, you having a good night?
God, dude.
I was one of those guys, man.
So do you still have aspirations to prank people?
Oh no, not at all.
No? Was there a
like,
prank that went wrong and you're like, I don't want to do this again?
No, I just wasn't really into pranks. Really, that's been the only prank I've done for my comedy channel, the elevator one, and that was for a school project.
Dude, that's hilarious, man. Thinking about it, though. Did you get some cool reactions?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
These guys, what the fuck are these guys doing, man? It's Tuesday
there was,
night.
there,
Why are they here?
There was one guy who absolutely hated me after it, and later on I met him again later, and he didn't know who I was, but we were playing basketball together, and he was like, "You're that fucker in the elevator."
So, what's kind of like your future plans, man? To continue doing YouTube skits, or do you have like any goals to do a feature film, or what's kind of moving forward for you?
I know I'm going to be doing, for the comedy wise, I'm still going to be doing skits and stuff. Nothing's really going to change there. Film wise, I'm going to start doing more films and then a little more animations and slowly kind of phase out the audio drama portion.
Is that just something that you're kind of like outgrowing now?
It was more of like the audio. Yeah, I'd say outgrowing it. And then for the third channel, that's just kind of going to be a whatever channel where I'll still be doing gaming stuff, but then I'll be trying to recreate things from the game in real life, if that makes
Whoa,
sense.
that's cool, yeah.
So if like I'm playing a 2D side scroller beat 'em up, I'm going to try to recreate that as a video form of a 2D side scroll beat 'em up.
It's kind of cool, man. Smosh did something like that. Well, maybe not that exact thing, but they used to have content where they would like recreate video games and stuff into real life. Have you ever watched? Do you know who Rooster Teeth is?
I know what they are, but I haven't watched
Oh,
them.
dude, they have this really cool series called Immersion.
Okay.
You would love it, bro. They like put these actors into scenarios where it's like they did one where they're like in the Fallout world.
Ooh.
And like they had to like fight big ass roaches, and like there was a storyline they had to do as well. You should watch it.
That
Everyone watch
sounds
Immersion. It's
amazing.
dope. It's dope.
Bro, so I want to ask you, can I be in one of your YouTube skits? Can we do like a
Yes.
comedy skit together?
For sure.
So my dream of doing a podcast has come true. I've always wanted to be a YouTuber.
Really?
Doing
Really?
funny stuff, man. I mean,
should do it,
obviously,
man.
I told doing this the pranks that went wrong.
Oh yeah, no,
But I mean, it was on like a terrible like it was like one on a flip phone camera.
Sure.
You know, I didn't
Bad
have
quality.
it's just everything about it was wrong. But you know, we're
oh
more
for
advanced.
sure. I can have you a guest on multiples.
Dude, let's do it. Let's start a channel together.
Yeah.
I want to do YouTube content, man. Like comedy skits, dude. I want to get more into comedy.
Yeah, is it hard for you to kind of continue to do these dramatic roles? Is it starting to be like kind of like, come on, another one?
It just gets emotionally draining. Like
Yeah.
I can only be this angry guy for so long, and I mean
Until you become the angry guy.
I'll keep doing it.
Right.
I mean, I love what I do,
Sure.
but I want to start doing I would love to do like a romantic comedy.
Oh, dude, that's my favorite. That's my favorite genre.
It's really hard to get into these roles because of like when people look at my like resume, it's nothing but like these darker stuff.
Sure.
Right.
But no, dude, I think the YouTube skit together would be a lot of fun.
All right. Yeah, for sure.
Let's do it tonight.
Yeah, let's all do one right now,
you know,
guys.
scripts are important to write.
Dude, I think it'd be even more fun if we make these skits like impulsive.
Improv.
Yeah.
Here's the thing for me though is like I enjoy skits when they're scripted though. Like I love improv skits if they're done properly, but I've watched a lot where like they're just not properly managed. When you guys do skits, you gotta make sure to take it as serious as a short film. That'd be dope.
Yeah,
We
that's
could do it.
Do it.
Let's do it.
Do it right
Tonight,
now.
Right now.
All right, whipping out my camera, Dylan.
Let's do it, man.
No, kidding. Yeah, man. So as we're getting close to wrapping up here, we normally ask our guests, as you know, as our number one listener.
Oh, wait, well, let's hold back. Let's talk about that just real quick.
Sure.
So Michael Gordon is our number one fan and listens every Friday to our episodes. Do you listen on Spotify?
Spotify. Yep.
Hey.
Spotify.
Everyone, listen on Spotify, please. We enjoy it more when you listen on Spotify. So do you have a favorite guest?
No, not really.
yet?
Not really.
Okay. You love them all the same because they're like your children. You can't pick a favorite.
Something like that.
Sure. Do you want me to continue?
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. I just had to throw that out
Sure.
there.
As you know, we asked our guests, ask our guests sort of some inspiration they would give to a young Michael who's wanting to kind of pursue this industry, whether it be filmmaking or creating YouTube content or anything like that. What would you say?
I just tell him to actually do it. Like,
So Shia LaBeouf, right? Just do it.
just do it. Yes, exactly. For a long time, I didn't go for anything I wanted to do just because I felt like I wasn't like good enough to do it or something. And I would just tell me to actually do it.
Actually do it.
Make
Man,
your
that's-
dreams come true.
That's great advice. And if I could add on to that, I think for a long time I would like be scared to do stuff because I didn't want people to think of me as a different way. And I think that's really stupid to not do something because you're scared of what people will think.
Right.
Just do it, man.
And I'll just add to that, too, is you're going to have a lot of crappy people out there who tell you not to do it because it's impossible and it's not the smart thing to do. You need to get a college degree, and if that's what you want to do, go to college to be, whatever it is you want to be. That's your dream. Do it. Don't let anybody tell you what you should and shouldn't do with your life. If it makes you happy, do it. And the only reason you're not going to succeed is because you don't do it. There's going to be nasty
We've
We
said
said do it a
since we
lot.
said do it. Triggered. Just kidding.
But there's going to be a lot of icky obstacles that come your way, but that's on purpose to see if you're strong enough to pass through it, man.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Just do it.
Real quick. To hype the
Yeah.
Jesus fuck.
You all right, buddy?
To hype the people up even more, we're gonna all say just do it at the same time on the count of 3.
All right.
You guys ready?
Alrighty.
1, 2, 3.
Just do it.
Beautiful. God, if that didn't blow your eardrums out, it did mine. All right, guys, that's been this episode of Indie Social. Thank you so much for listening. If you want to follow Michael on any of his comedy sketch and his journey, we'll make sure to link to it in the description. Dylan, you have anything to add to that?
Thanks, Michael Gordon, for coming out.
Yeah, of course, anytime.
We love you, bro. And everybody listening, thank you. And remember, just do it.